Okay, so hello from GDD again. If Google was a country, it would have a president would have a first lady. Well, let me introduce you to the first gentleman of Czech Google, Vassili Moigne. Vassili, your name implies you got some relationship with Tanya.
Yeah, Tanya and I, we've been married for 10 years and
10
together
years.
for 15.
Wow, for 15 years and 10 years of marriage. Well, Vassili is not here only to accompany Tanya, but he is a big name, should I say big brand, in the internet world. He was known as the business manager for Windows Mobile for Central Europe, from where you moved, Vassili, to run your own businesses. So what were those?
I run two businesses. One is called Locola, and the other one, the newest venture, is called Big Brands, private shopping clubs.
So do you do those two now full-time, no relationship to Microsoft Mobile anymore?
I left Microsoft 3 years ago, and I've been running now Big Brands full-time for the last year and a half, and enjoying working in the Czech Republic and growing in this market.
Your two new ventures are very much rooted in the big trends on the internet. Locola is about location and mapping. What's the idea behind Locola, and how does it work looking in the retrospect, because it's been some time that you started that venture?
Locola started from the concept that with internet developing, it's good to have search and find places, but to be hyper-local, to be able to find not only the places but the events happening around the places will be key in the future as people get more granular. And Locola was started with this in mind, and that started 2 years ago. And you see now you're getting more and more toward hyper-local data. So we are there already and building the database. So hopefully the market will get to us quickly.
Your wife's company is, working on maps, as crazy. Google Maps, they also allow places. How would you compare Google Maps? Do you see Local and Google Maps eventually competitors, or are they competitors now?
No, they're not competitors, because Google is a huge company. They are doing things on the scale which is unbelievable for us. It's hundreds of countries, and so Local is a tiny company in a small country. And but we're trying to go very deep into the data, and so we are vastly different. And yes, they do maps, but we do work with maps, but at a completely different way. There's absolutely no competition. It's a compliment to say we could even compete with Google, but we are not. We're just a very small company.
Now, I know your spouse. You don't know my wife yet. I would want you to meet my wife eventually. One reason is that she is a mainstream user of mobile technologies and location technologies, and she just got her first Android phone. She sends me a message after 2 days. She's completely fine with that, and she started using Google Maps. What would you tell her to give her so that she gives Locola a try instead of Google Maps? What would be in Locola for her which might not be in Google Maps for her and Google Places?
First, in Google Map you will not find all the places in the country. I'm not saying Locola has all the places, but just having Google Map is not going to be sufficient. And also it's not the same end user experience. When you're in Google Maps, you're mostly looking at a place on the map. While you're in Locola, you're looking for businesses which are in your surrounding. So it's a very different end user experience. So you actually use both, but at different moments. So if you're looking for a shop in the area where you are, I would go on Locola. If you're looking for somewhere to go in the Czech Republic, then I would use Google Maps. So different, same products, using some of the same technologies, but you don't use them in the same end user environment.
So I guess you can all try it at locola.cz is the address. So I would say give everybody a shot and tell us in our forums what you like better. Your next venture is about what some people call the biggest internet trend these days, and it's an innovative look at shopping. Bigbrands.cz. And I understand it's not crowd shopping, it's not like Groupon and its versions here on the Czech market. So what's the specialty of Big Brands?
I often say that Big Brands is the best kept secret in the Czech Republic because it has about 200,000 members already registered buying every day, but not many people know about it. And the reason for this is it's a private shopping club. You have to be a member to be able to buy. What we do is every day we offer 5 to 6 to 7 brands, very known, like today we do Swarovski, Calvin Klein, at minus 70% of the retail price. And in order to access this, you don't need to have 100 buyers. You come in the shop. If you're a member, you have access to those prices immediately. And so the difference with the Groupons is that you need to be a member to even see the offers. And once you're in, you don't need 100 people. You can buy immediately.
Contrary to Locola, my wife is using big brands. She is a member, and from time to time she spams me with offers from big brands. So obviously it's working for her. And one of the selling points is that the discounts you offer are huge. And she asked me the question I can't answer to her. So how do you make money? With so big discounts. Obviously the vendor needs to have a profit on it as well, or some benefit. So what's your business model behind big brands?
So we basically we are in the business of offering big discounts, typically from 40 to 80% off the retail price. Take the example of Calvin Klein that we are doing now at minus 60% off. We are looking for those deals all over Europe and in some cases all over the world. And once we do this, we bring them into the Czech Republic, and we're still able to make a markup for the service we render and still offer 60%. But basically we look all over the world for good discounts, and we pass that on to the customers. And we know that if we offer good quality with big discounts, it will work. And not only will it work, but people will talk about us. And so those members, your wife, has probably invited you or some of her friends to join big brands. And this is why I say we are best kept secret, because people talk about it to their friends, and that's how we're growing. Remember, we started in January with 0 people, and we are now almost at 200,000 members in 11 months. But we're still very small. It's 10 million people in this country, so we have a long way to go.
So basically, the business model is that you share profits from what you sell, or
when we sell a product, we do make a margin on it. Of course, we have to, and that's what business is about. But most of the savings are passed on to the customers, and that's why they like it. And the downside of it is because we offer such a big discount. We start the sale at 6 in the morning, and typically if you're not in the club by 8:30, it's sold out.
Yeah.
So of course we try to increase the volumes so that we can serve more of the customers, but it is limited volumes, so it does sell out very quickly still.
I have to keep remembering myself that we are on a geek developer conference, so let's stop about business of big brands. What technology is big brands built in, and how much time did it take it for you to build it?
So it was a year of work, preparation.
1 year of work.
Because everything is developed in-house. So it's a huge amount of work, and we keep on updating all the time on a daily basis.
Okay, and what technology is it built in? Is it secret?
It's built on Unix.
On
Unix. Sorry, on Linux. Sorry. Linux.
And what programming languages did you use? And
because I don't do that.
okay, don't worry.
I'm not a geek. So
well,
don't take
still, I have a geeky question for you. If the camera looks at our tables, you've got an Android, I've got an Android, but you bring here loads and loads of experience in Windows Mobile. With that experience on your back, how do you look at this, current trend / hype about Android? What's so special about Android, looking at it with your Windows Mobile experience?
So first, I'll say 2 things. First, I think the hype about Android is well deserved. It's an excellent operating system for phones. Second, it was very hard for me to accept that, because I spent years at Microsoft, 15 years. I spent years taking care of Windows Mobile. But when I left, I know where I left, because I could not see the future the way I wanted it to be in the mobile space. And what I see in Android is exactly what I thought, which is a very flexible operating system, open operating system on which you can build a business, so with a good developer ecosystem. And if you look at the success of it, it's driven by this. It's thousands of developers able to build a business on top of this operating system in a way where they know everything about the OS. It's fantastic. But it was very hard for me to do that switch. I only switched about 9 months ago. I'm very happy with it.
Microsoft has released a whole new version of its mobile platform. What do you see as its biggest strengths or selling points?
So Windows Mobiles just came out a few weeks ago. I just had a chance to play with it. Let's say the strength of it is new, so it has the latest technology built in. The weakness is it might be too late. The train has already left the station. When Microsoft started in this space 6 years ago, 7 years ago, it was at the forefront. and now you already have iPhone, you already have Android. BlackBerry is still fairly strong, and now Microsoft is re-entering this market, which it let go, and it's going to be a happy battle. It's going to be very difficult.
You were top executive in Microsoft in Windows Mobile. What would you do now, to get the newest platform of Microsoft to the hands of my wife's? She's got HTC Desire now.
I would say the most fundamental is you have to make the device locally relevant, and I would say that the Windows Mobile is most of the time not locally relevant. Meaning by this is it's not always fully localized or perfectly localized. It doesn't have many applications available in the Czech language, and it's not available in the operators. If you go today in an O2 shop or Vodafone shop, you don't see it. And so there's a question of push and pull. So there's a push that needs to happen, and there's a pull with the application, which is not yet taking place.
Okay, thank you. I want to ask you last question, which I have wanted to ask you for 3 years actually. I've known Vassili for 3 years, and the first time that we met, it was at an event with his wife, Tanya, the director of Czech Google, and Vassili, and we spoke about the idea of Google User Group, our community. And we spoke, and I still remember Vassili telling me and Tanya, the Czech Google director, something like, it will not work, it's a nonsense, just give it up, And he told Tanya, I will make a bet with you that it will not work. And so I thank you for your opinion, and we launched GUG anyway, and now we are Vassili here, sitting with a whole new brand project, GUG.cz. So obviously we somehow made it through those 3 years. So what were your concerns, 3 years ago?
First, I'll have to make amend, and I was wrong, and I'm very happy I was wrong. I'm very happy it's working because it's good for the end users. So I'm absolutely, I don't mind being wrong when it's good for the consumer. So I was wrong, congratulations, because I think your project is working very well, and I'm happy you managed it, despite all the people like me that were not able to see what you were able to see. I'm happy you managed to make it through. Congratulations for this, it's a huge achievement. So for this, kudos. As we say, I'll eat my hat, I lost my bet, and I'm very happy to have lost my bet. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And basically my concern was that you were not going to be able to have the critical mass, and that not enough people are going to be interacting, you were not going to be able to scale, have enough people come on the forums, and obviously you found some magical trick of making this happen, and now it lives by itself, and it's growing, and you're delivering service which your members are obviously happy with, and you're now moving to new medium. Fantastic. So congratulations, really fantastic job. I was completely wrong.
Great, thanks Vassili, and we can see the GUG.cz members standing all around here, so there is some critical mass made here. So thank you Vassili again for your time, and I hope to see you on the next Google Developer Day.
Excellent.
Thank you, and good luck with your ventures. Goodbye.